Greetings and salutations, again, Earthlings. It is June 30th, the very last day of June, y'all. 2025, and it is hot. Hot. As in haughty. As in nasty acting for no freaking good reason, y'all. Just hateful, like they got a grudge. And then they gotta get the posse, their angry posse, the angry sourpuss posse to gang up against somebody with just have a grudge for no reason, just unnecessary. Anyway, I had to escape it. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait till it cools down. I'm gonna try to maybe pick some more blackberries later before they get gone, because every time I attempted to go even think about it, there's thunder rumbles in the distance. So, anyway, I get to come out and enjoy the balloons and stuff before they all get gone. Yeah, it is hot. Haughty. Like I said, just unnecessary. Why be so hateful? Just no good reasons. So, oh look, we got some baby birds. What is you doing? What are you doing? Honey, do not inhale. Don't inhale while you do that. Watch out. I'm coming through, brother. Watch it. Beep. Fucking beep. Thank you, darling. Anyway. So it has been a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. But man, I cannot believe June is pretty much over. So, fixing to be July 4th. Interesting cyclical things that I have not gone over to Facebook and looked at that stuff yet. Anyway, I feel good things coming, y'all. It is so weird. It's like a whole release of, I don't know. All right, I was talking about layers yesterday and the cyclical things and the way that I kind of feel like it was kind of like an energetic layer, and they were playing, okay, like Battleship. You remember that game where you're trying to guess where the enemy is? And throughout, since I feel like it's been kind of these dark energies trying to locate the ones that the sleeper agents, so to speak, that God had into play all over the universe, not just the world, the universe, to help play out these energies right now, to cyclically balance all the karma. And I think that I was one of the forerunners of the push pin being put into place, the very last peg that would have sank the battleship, and they never even got close to the energetic layers that God had the battleships. They might have guessed a certain, all right, I was playing this game on YouTube yesterday, and it was a word game, and it's a 5-letter word, and you have to guess what it is, and they will highlight in orange where the letter is correct in the word, and then the other ones they'll highlight, but they're not in the right order. So, and that's kind of how that felt. It was not just a one-dimensional battleship game like here when we play it. It is several different layers to it. Like, if you take these people that do these painted glass panes, and they will put one layer on the first. But to complete the picture, you have to have all the different panels. It's like a depth perception art, and it just makes it look like you're kind of in it. If I could, but each layer is painted differently, so that all together, when it's layered together, it makes one beautiful picture. So that's kind of how I feel like God was doing those battleships and his beautiful Forerunner 144s. You better not be eating my fairies, dork. They're getting more. And if y'all don't understand the energies, anyway, because to me it felt like a fairy, and to somebody else, without getting to a certain level of the way that you see things and feel things energetically, it makes all the difference. What you believe is, I mean, it seriously is what you bring to life. Please be careful, darling. Anyway, all right, yeah, woman on a mission. That's why I was sent back to this touchable, tangible in 2013. It was kind of like a pre-game. It was like a pre-game kind of, okay, you sure you're ready, baby? That point, that talk where Jesus, that Father had with Jesus, and Jesus was, take this cup from me, and when he finally understood, he chose to give his life and came back. That part. The ones who's had near-death experiences or death experiences, point blank. Yeah. Definitely the ones that God put into play for very good reasons. And there's other dominoes that preceded, that the ancestors, their parts played into it. Sadly. All right, so part of the stuff that I have energetically felt under the layers that was happening as regular interactions day to day. It just was a different underlying energy to it that had to play out. Like instant karma. That's one of the things that when you are in this world being a mirror, and stuff happens, the instant karma that, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've had to be isolated too, because when I come with pure intentions and somebody else is not, there's repercussions. It's like the karma is becoming an instant repercussion thing with God's chosens that had to be forerunners and go ahead of. We had to be the witnesses to the accounting and to the reckoning. Everything God did, he always has a witness. And people in the churches are teaching what it is to be a witness in a very misconstrued sense. Because the watchers are always witnessing. We are always seeing the intentions and the heart. And it is not anything about what I as a human have accomplished or haven't accomplished in my life. On a spiritual level, at this time, as I am physically in this touchable, tangible, just here in the woods, enjoying everything. On a spiritual level, all the lifetimes before that I have lived and have been honed into a very finely tuned whatever it is that God feels. I don't need to quantify it. I don't need to label it. I just know that I have lived many lifetimes as a high priestess, as a priest, as a druid, as a, have been sacrificed. I have been considered a goddess. I have lived as elephants. I have lived as dolphins. I have lived in pretty much every life form, because that has always been my character. It has always been my true self. Is, yeah, I might not know this now, but give me 6 months. If I'm on a mission, if I am set on something, if I am, but that, like at work. So yeah, I might not be good at this now, but give me 6 months. And if it's something that I enjoy and I'm passionate about, then yeah. So, but when you're in such thrive dreams and things like that, and that's what you're trying to aspire to, but you're stuck in what seems survival mode. How frustrating. But it's not been survival mode. It's been being isolated so that the negative karma stops occurring. So, because it's getting dangerously stupid out there. So, making sure that the ones that's already gone ahead and played their part in the dominoes that Father needed to fall, just by witnessing. Just by being there. I didn't have to do nothing. Yeah, it's those energetic tags that are made. That's Father's secret weapon. It's always been his children, his most innocent, the ones that know the very least are the ones that he gets the most information from. Because the people around completely ignore them like a beggar on a street. Don't even see them. Sleeper agents. Get it? But for Father God. So, and his will be done. Every knee will bow. Period. That means we will answer for every action, every deed, every thought, every word. I've already faced him once. And the way that I felt him was, because it wasn't just a matter of physically being there. It was a part of every cell and everything. And the way it came through was, I was taken within this garden, within like a fairy mound. It was like a fairy mound in the earth. And he appeared as like a seed. He was like in a chrysalis. He was the cornerstone of everything being born, yet to be. Just like darkness. That's when I think of the darkness, I have always loved and been embraced at night. I'm a Pisces, so the moon thing. And there's very few that understand that kind of concept, and that is a Cancerian, my dad. So who is very much a part of who I am. And it's like, and that's part of the layers that I have within me that I tap in and tune into. All right, I need to dance before it gets too late. So mucho levo. I'll circle back to this and tune deeper still into that, because I need to write on that. I need to journal on that. Mucho levo.